Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and welcome back to Let's Play Fatal Frame. This is episode 2. Last time, Miku here came to Himuro Mansion in search of her missing brother, who himself came to Himuro Mansion looking for his missing mentor / employer. So we're kind of on a trail of sending people missing. And since we know from Fatal Frame Maiden in Black Water that Miku here goes on to have a definitely very happy life afterwards, we have to make sure to get her through this mansion alive. So we picked up the hand mirror last time, which means we need to go back to the kimono room and see if it opens the box, which I assume it will, and perhaps gives us the key to the door upstairs, because we don't really have a lot of pathways right now to open up. You know, it didn't look like that hallway had any more extra ropes, but keep an eye on it every time we pass through, just in case. We haven't found a second save point yet, which is a little concerning. I'm hoping we don't have to keep backtracking every time. I guess there was one door held shut by a powerful force, so presumably that one won't open until we fight a ghost. Oh no, it's him again. Man in closet. He wasn't in the closet, though. He was just... Oh, it was a closet. I didn't realize. I thought he was just, like, against a wall panel. Alright. He says there's something here. Can we trust him? He's already tried to kill us twice. Miku, I believe we've been lied to. There was nothing there. But maybe if we check again. No? No ghostly phenomena. I wonder if that guy's just gonna keep showing up in closets because that's where he seemingly died. In a closet. Hello, sir. So we must have gotten this far in the first impressions because I'm pretty sure that was my thumbnail for that. Alright, we go past the evil whispering. Nothing going on in here right now. Hey, there's another picture of Ogata, as if we didn't have enough of those yet. Or is that...
It's that person I just saw.
Yeah, no, that is supposed to be Ogata.
The ropes.
Faint shadow of ropes on the man's neck, arms, and legs. I wonder if they tear their limbs and head off with ropes and then leave a delimbed potato torso outside the manor. Okay, we got a small key. I assume that has to be the key to the upstairs. God damn it. You have to be really fast to get that one. I would have had to do a quick turn. Okay, he definitely has a lot more health now, so it might be worth switching to the better film. That would be under camera. We only have 12, though. But there's no point in saving them forever. How many points do we have? 12,000. Alright, well, we can do a lot of upgrades. Range. I believe it is only Fatal Frame 2 where you actually have a damage drop-off if you take pictures from far away. But I think the range is how far it will activate the camera at all. Which is good for getting those very quick ghosts that disappear after a couple seconds. Alright, we definitely want to speed up charge. In fact, we want to put all our points into that first. That way we can stun them. for it. Wait for it. Please, no more ropes. There's something shiny where the ghost once stood. This mysterious stone enhances the camera's power and enables auxiliary functions. Okay, so I think that allows us to activate, like, slow shot or something similar. Push ghost back, slow down a ghost movement, make ghosts more visible for a limited duration. That's a weird one, but I guess it's good for ghosts that were doing the thing that he was doing, where they disappear completely and you can't damage them. Paralyze. Paralyze could be handy too, but, I mean, slow or paralyze? I feel like slow is actually a little better there, because it allows us to charge up our camera, whereas I'm going to guess paralyze has a lesser duration. And search. That's a weird one. I don't know how that works. Maybe it just keeps the circle on them. Yeah, we don't have enough points, but I believe you need points and a spirit stone to activate those. Alright. So we got a key, and I guess there's nothing else in here. Old kimono chest. And there is no other doors in this room, is there? No. Well, maybe that's the last we'll see of Ogata. And we should switch back to crappy film until we encounter another tough ghost. What was that? It was like one footprint. Sorry, footstep. Footstep, footprint, not the same thing. It's like saying that you saw thunder. Alright, now we're going to check the closet again, just in case. Alright, still nothing there. The door's nailed shut. I can't open it. I wonder if this is the same door? I don't think so. No. Considering that's the second nailed shut door, I wonder if we're eventually going to find a hammer to pry those open. Seems unlikely. These games usually don't have, you know, tools instead of keys that you can use on multiple doors. Sometimes you can use keys on multiple doors, but generally if there's a tool required, it's not a multi-use kind of thing. Okay. Once again, someone has gone up the stairs. Check if there's anything in here. Still nothing. I don't think there's ever going to be a case where, like, items will populate in places we've already been, but ghosts might. I don't know how many missable ghosts there are that are just going to be like, oh, it's in this room you didn't go to for a couple hours. Okay. So I think we should be in new territory that it didn't cover in the first impressions, because again, I don't remember how far we went in that. We might have only fought the tougher Ogata, and then that was that. But I don't remember, because that was years ago. There's an old book written in charcoal ink on the shelf underneath the urn. Research scrap. Secret rituals of the Himuro family. Many rituals and customs have been passed down through generations of the Himuro family. Most of them are lost. The only things we have left now are some documents that record these rituals as a legend. Hardly any of the oral history remains. This is because all Himuro family members are dead, and those who were close to the family have kept quiet about the ritual. One ritual in particular, performed on December 13th, is shrouded in mystery. People who lived near the mansion stayed inside on that particular day, and even now it is considered bad luck to leave the windows open on that date. I can only assume that this is due to the cruel nature of the ritual, but the truth remains unknown. I'm gonna guess this is a note from the folklorist that tried to live here. It seems like every one of these games has a folklorist that goes missing in the place we are and leaves us a bunch of helpful expository notes. Hello? There is something here. Okay, I was standing on it. Okay, where can we go? There's a door there. Sliding screen paper is torn. I can see another room. Rolls of old books. A library. Okay. Guess we're not going that way. So, there are 3 doors to go through that we didn't come in from. Another closet, and this one actually has something in it. Some more normal film.
My instincts told me not to.
I think that is the other missing person.
Marks on my body. Just like Koji.
I forget what her name was. There are several pieces of paper on the floor. Looks like part of a notebook. Read notebook scrap. The more I find out about Himuro Mansion, the creepier it gets. I'm sure it's the perfect subject matter for Mr. Takamine's next book, but to be perfectly honest, I don't like this assignment one bit. It gives me a bad feeling. There's no way I want to go to that mansion, but it's my job, right? I guess I'll have to go. And I wouldn't want to waste the chance to work with Mr. Takamine just because of a little bit of uneasiness either. It doesn't help I have this sixth sense for the supernatural either. There's such a thing as knowing too much sometimes. Just ask John Constantine. So we have another weird hallway mirror, the same size as the first floor hallway mirror. What did the woman in the mirror mean? Got a staircase going down. The air outside is damp. It looks like there's a thick fog. Is that just a mirror? Is that just a window straight to the outside? No, glass or anything? I mean, I guess we don't know how old the Himuro Mansion is. And when it was last renovated. More herbal medicine. I don't think we've gotten hit yet. Oh, the door is stuck fast. I tried pulling on it, but it won't budge. We are gonna have to backtrack to see what those other pathways are, but I'm trying to kind of find the edge of our explorable space right now.
Mafuyu. Wait.
She's doing that awkward, like, I hope nobody sees me running on the sidewalk kind of run. Hello there, young child. Oh, she's quick. And gross. Jesus. She's got the gribbly grabbers. I feel like we should blast her with full power. Damn it. Alright. We both whiffed on that one. Give back my limbs! Oh. Okay, we gotta get some distance on her. She's making some weird, like, radio sounds, too. Oh, she is not easy, because her head goes down and then lunges up at you. Okay. What were we saying about not taking any hits? Talk shit, get hit. Okay. This is where slow would come in handy. I may just have to not go for the fatal frame on her. I feel like she's gonna come back and be a source of trouble. Also, are these her scratch marks all along the walls? There are buttons with characters. The device must open the door. There's engravings underneath, but it's gouged. Can only read some. I can just barely make out the Shinto ritual, strangling, and held on the day of from the gouged out words. Okay, so we need to know the date of the strangling ritual, and we need to use those characters and notes to know which one of these is which. I don't think we know the date yet. We could. It might be one of the, news clippings about finding a body. But we don't know if that's the day of or the aftermath. Hold on. Before I do this, I'm going to... I feel like we're going to have to do this a lot. Because I don't want to waste my good film on, a non-hostile ghost. Whatever it is, it's in the next part of the room. Oh. There's an old scroll among the fallen candles. Strangling ritual. Well, maybe this will give us the date. Strangling ritual. On the 13th day of the 12th month, a maiden cut off from the outside world for 3,669 long days shall be torn apart to provide power to the rope. So is that 15 years? Because we did see the news clipping mentioning that a similar dead body had been found 15 years ago. Okay. So we have a 13 and a 12. Check the, Yeah. So, I don't think we need to spell out the entire thing. It might just be the 3669. Because otherwise, that'll be a very long combination to do, 13 and then the other one. Yeah, okay. So if you do read these, they still say new. In case you want to check up on them. Fallen candles are all around. A red box is inside, but the door is broken. Won't open. I don't know what this mysterious blue light coming in through these windows is.
To say something. Something important.
Okay. Is she talking about the little kimono girl that directed us where to go earlier? There's a box for a mortuary tablet and bone remains among the candles. The owners? What is a mortuary tablet? Future me, put it on screen.
Let me explain. No, there is too much.
Aren't you glad we're learning together? There are several pieces of paper on the shelf. They look like part of a red notebook. How can you tell they look like part of a red notebook if they're just the paper? September 11th, 6:30 a.m. I saw that woman in the white kimono again. She's trying to tell me something. She knows I have this special sense for ghostly things. The woman's name is Kyrie. So it's Kyrie, huh? I shouldn't get any closer than this. I don't want to get any closer. I'm scared. Well, looked like you got closer. Okay. This is going to be the hint for where the key is. Some other place shows in the photo. I wonder if there's something there. Well, we haven't seen a pink chest of drawers yet. But it could be back in the area that we came from, because we didn't explore all the paths yet. Something shiny on the shelf. Another spirit stone. So, now I'm not sure if you need the spirit stone to unlock the ability for the camera, or if you need it to use the ability. I don't think we have enough points right now. Yeah, we only have 69. Okay, we found another save point. That's good. Several pieces of paper on the floor. Looks like part of a notebook. Black notebook. I'm gonna guess that this is Takamine's notebook. September 13th, 9:30 a.m. We found Ogata's body. His head, hands, and feet were strangled off. What happened to him is just like the strange deaths that occurred here long ago. There was a photo of Ogata near him. In it, there was something that looked like ropes on his neck, arms, and legs. I wonder if it has to do anything with rope shrine maidens in the legends around here. The girls that had ropes tied to their necks, arms, and legs, too. September 13th, 12:10 p.m. Tomoe is acting strangely. She's been mumbling nonsense all morning. Something about ropes and mirrors. I can't blame her for going to pieces, though, after seeing what happened to Ogata, who also went to pieces. I hope that's Takamine's notebook. I mean, he was with Tomoe and Ogata, so who else would it be, right? There's an old scroll on the bare ground. 5 stones document. Give thanks to the 5 gods' protection. Place the stone representing the 5 mirrors in the correct location. Okay. The door is closed fast. Himuro family crest. It probably unlocks the door, but it's broken. So do we just need the 5 stones, or do we also need the pieces of the crest to fill it out? Crest shards. Or pot shards, which is very strange to me that that is a word that needed to exist, because it is basically just pieces of archaeological pottery. When you could just as easily call it pot shards. There's something on the floor. More herbal medicine. We're going to make a save here. And I am going to save in the second slot in case anything goes wrong and I need to re-record an entire episode. Okay, let's check out the map. See where we've kind of gone and where we need to go back to. We also didn't even check out the direction that our brother went, where the gangly ghost came from. Maybe they didn't finish stretching her enough, and she ended up with really long limbs instead of having her arms torn off. I definitely have a feeling we're going to run into her again in this hallway. What's this? News article. On the night of 3rd, the police received a report that 4 children failed to return home after 9 p.m. There is an old superstition in the surrounding villages about children being snatched away by ghosts, and some villagers indeed suspected this is what happened to the 4 kids. Is that why we're going to find child ghosts in here? Okay, we've done a full lap now, because that's where we came down the stairs. We didn't check this door over here. There are several pieces of paper on the floor. Looks like part of a notebook. Another Tomoe notebook. I clearly saw the image of a woman in front of the mirror near the entrance. She had long hair and a white kimono. There were ropes tied to her arms and legs, and she dragged them along when she walked. I think I heard Koji talk about something like that too. He kept saying, "Now there are more ropes!" There's something very wrong about this mansion. I knew I should have stayed home today. Hold on. What was that? What was that? Play it back for me? Okay, well, apparently there was a door here. I thought this was just a closet. But it's one of those rooms that has multiple sequences of sliding doors. I hope we're not trapped in a loop now. Okay. Something's got her attention. She's got a scent. What is it, girl? An old book of rice paper on the ground. It's written in charcoal ink. Okay, this must be another folklorist thing. The Mystery of the Rope Maiden. Among the few documents found on the ritual, mention of the Rope Shrine Maiden is made many times. Her arms, legs, and neck are bound by 5 rope. However, no documents discuss the role she plays in the ritual. One theory is that she is a sacrificial lamb, but I find it hard to believe that such a cruel ritual was practiced. I mean, I'm gonna guess that there is also going to be a gateway to the underworld involved in this ritual somewhere, because I think that is a recurring theme of Fatal Frame, is various gateways to the, kind of Shinto underworld, where ghosts just kind of hang out moping forever, as far as I understood from a quick browse. But every one of these games seems to be about one of those gateways left open when it should not have been. So presumably, the ritual failed and did not do what it was supposed to do. Something is reflecting in the dark. Sacred water. I think that's a better heal. Yeah, that's a full heal. Something is wrapped around the handle. It won't move. It looks like hair. I guess we'll have to find some scissors.
I need 61.
Oh. Oba-chan, please. It really is just like a floating grandma. She comes in low for the... Oh! I was gonna say, she comes in low for the attack, but it looks like she does an arcing kind of... Oop. Alright, clearly we're gonna be running into more aggressive ghosts from now on. She's gonna go low, and she's gonna go high. I don't remember Fatal Frame 2 having a lot of deformed ghosts with, like, non-humanoid kind of traits. And she looked more like a stereotypical ghost with the tapered bottom. Alright, now can we open the door? I was wondering if maybe a ghost would attack us with long hair, and then defeating them would get rid of the hair on the door. No. Okay, so what did we really get out of that? Kind of nothing. And that looks like it leads back to the rope hallway. So that is the nailed door there. Alright, I don't think we have what we need to open this door. Though maybe we do, because we did get the combination. But first we're going to go check out the area that I missed, and then come back here. Because we might find that, that other chest we saw. Yeah, that's a closet. I was about to check if that was a hallway. Okay, so we have the big door and we have the one directly across from where I'm going. Apparently I could not figure out the angle of that. A child's kimono is hanging here. Okay, there's another save point up here. There was a suspicious angle on those two dolls up there. The dampness has warped the chest of drawers. The drawers won't budge. Okay. This is pretty suspicious looking. There's an audio tape in front of the doll. Research 1. Alright. Been a little while since we picked up a tape.
September 10th, 10:20 a.m. We discovered some disturbing photos in a chest of drawers. Could these be the folklorist's children mentioned in Koji's notes? The photo is quite old and shows some kids playing tag. In the corner of the photo, there's a faint image of a young girl in a white kimono. Her finger is pointed this way, and her eyes look as if she's making some silent accusation.
The audio quality and cadence of that reminded me of like 70s PSAs. Also, this might be like a wild stretch, but I'm going to look it up. Is that the voice actress for the boss from MGS3? There are several pieces of paper on the shelf that look like part of a red notebook. How come sometimes she just says a notebook and sometimes she says the color of the notebook? It seems a folklorist named Ryozo Munakata was studying about the various rituals passed down at Himuro Mansion. He supposedly left a book of research, but I can't find it anywhere. I wonder if there's a copy in a library somewhere. I still can't find the book. I'll have Koji Ogata from the editing department do a search for it. I doubt he'll be able to find it, though. He's kind of an idiot. There's something inside the drawer. Okay. So, we can also find film hidden in the environment. Not just when it's a sparkly. What about this little closet here? There's a small door here, but it's nailed shut. I can't open it. I thought it was like a child's door. I mean, how dope would it be to be a kid and have, you know, one room of the house where there's just this tiny little door and only you can get in easily. Great, until somebody needs to clean that room. Alright, I don't want to go too long. I guess I can actually check how long I've been recording by just looking at our playtime here. Yeah, so we're about almost 40 minutes in. So we'll investigate the rest of our available pathways before we call it an episode. I feel like we haven't learned that much aside from about the strangling ritual. Moonlight nights, the atrium dimly. Maybe the owners used to watch the moon from here? Why the moon only? Was there a ghost there? I kind of looked away for a second, but was there a shape in the window?
Did you see it?
Okay, so really nothing out here unless we need a fire exit. So I guess that means our only pathway... Oh. Another stone mirror. Is the stone mirror... That's a resurrection item, isn't it? Protective spirit dwells inside? I think so. Okay, so that's where we came in. No, wait, that's where we came in, because that's the two staircases. Yeah, I think we have to go open the combination door now. Nope. Once again, that is just a closet. We'll just say the reason that the doors automatically close when you don't go through them is because of ghosts. Ghostly powers imbue the doors with motive force. Okay. So, let's check our research scrap again. Actually, would that be... We haven't found any correlation yet. Oh wait, no, sorry, this is a chart. I forgot this was a thing. This is like a... our mental, like, summary board, in case you lose track of who's who. Hey, that's me. Didn't Mafuyu have the camera, though? Did she give it to her brother before he left, or did he just steal it? I might need this. In their death note. I'm very certain these are the notes they wrote when they died. So those are photos for finding stuff. Strangling ritual. So 13, 12, and 3669. So I think we only need 13 and 12, right? Held on the day of. Also, are these just 1 to 9, or am I going to have to look up what these actually are? Okay, it's 4 digits. Oh, yeah. Let me check the characters. This is where I try to fucking remember Japanese characters, and these are apparently not even, you know, modern characters. These are the old characters for the numbers. I mean, we do have a clock right there, so you can see what the regular numbers are. So we want file, we want... Okay. So 1 is a little E with an upside down T on top. 2 is the one with a very prominent X with one really long limb. And 3 is the one that looks like a samurai helmet. Let's see how well I can interpret that onto here. So, held on the day of... I'm going to guess it would be 1312 because that's how it's mentioned in the notebook. Okay, looking for the E. Not really seeing it, but I think it's this one down here. 13, sorry, 1. And then the one that looks like an X. Which is this one. No, that's 2. Right, we need the helmet one first. Oh boy, these two look really similar. I don't think it's that one. I think it's the one below it. I mean, it'd be really easy to check, because one has dots and one has lines. Oh, boy. I mean, this isn't really a puzzle. I mean, I guess it is. They give you a thing, the information, and then they give you something that looks similar, but is not so obvious that you can just go 1 to 1. Okay, so it's not the one with the dots or the lines. It's got like an upside down V and then 3 little hash marks under it. And that is 3, not 2. We want that one first. Alright. So, okay, this is the E right here. I think I had the wrong one last time. And then this one. And then that. And then we want the X. I don't think I'll... Oh. Hey! Listen! Miku! That girl was a lot creepier when she didn't have a voice. There doesn't seem to be anything in this drawers of this chest. You can see chest of drawers. It looks like there's something inside the drawer of the chest. Okay, this is the pink one? It looks like the pink one. Oh, there is more than one, though. Very prominent-looking armor. Does that mask have a built-in mustache? In the corner of the room is an old suit of armor. Yep. More Type 37. I think we have enough now that we can use it in the next fight. Old kimonos and dolls are jumbled together in the box. Something inside the box. More sacred water. There's a lot of supplies in here. Very small items. Medicine. I found a partly burnt piece of paper on the shelf. Looks like an old news article. The girl who has been missing for 3 days in the Himuro Mountain area and rumored to have been snatched away by ghosts has been found by a local man. She is fatigued but in good health. The police plan to wait for her recovery and ask her about the other 3 children. The girl's parents have also been missing the day after her disappearance. The police is looking, again, the police is, not the police are, is looking for a foster home for the girl. Doesn't look like there's anything useful. I feel a powerful presence from the back of the room. I mean, I think that is, yeah. This is our chest here. Seductress. The strong ghostly sense has disappeared. Alright, well, I guess that opened the door just as effectively as if we found a key. Got a big double-stacked chest and another one back here. Doesn't seem to be anything in it. Something is reflecting the light from my flashlight. Okay, another spirit stone. Is that all that's up here? Oh, old book at the back of the drawer. So we had to search both sides of the fucking dresser. The disaster called the Calamity. Long ago, great tragedy struck this region. One legend calls this event the Calamity, but reveals no detail regarding the disaster which unfolded. A brief description of the event is as follows. The mirror is kept in the 5 shrines broke, and the dead return from hell. I wonder what sort of disaster it must have been, because the passage can't be literal. That would be silly. She takes this ladder very safely. Why is the samurai armor, like, lit from within? Alright, there wasn't actually that much in this room, considering the fancy lock that we needed to get in here. Are we gonna get Another encounter with long arms. Long arms was the less popular mobile suit design alongside the heavy arms. I keep expecting to see a ghost reflected in this mirror whenever it shows it at the edge of the camera like that. Why am I going up here? There's a save point down there too. Might as well save next to where we're going to go, because we're going to wrap up the episode now. But yeah, I definitely think the combat ramped up faster than I expected. Last time I was like, man, this is so easy. The ghosts barely do anything. And then this time they're like, well, bet. But like last time I was going to mention, I don't think there are any Fatal Frame games that have a particular reputation for being like the hard one. You know, like Silent Hill 3 kind of has the reputation of being the harder classic Silent Hill game compared to the rest made by Team Silent, but I've never heard someone be like, oh yeah, Fatal Frame 3, that's the one that's really hard. But we will, I guess, eventually find out, because I definitely do intend to play Fatal Frame 3, which also had a large number of emulator problems originally. You know, it had quite a long list of unresolved issues for a long time, which is another reason why I wanted to wait before even doing a first impressions. I don't think I ever did, right? We just did the first 2 games. And 4. But it seems like those have been mostly resolved now as well. You know, PCSX2 is probably, alongside Dolphin, one of the healthiest and most fully developed emulators out there. Alright, again, we're not going to save over the first episode. Now, we almost hit an hour, which is good. I don't want to go too far with videos right now. I want to keep them under the hour mark if I can, even though long videos are pretty typical for me. But as I'm kind of readjusting to recording again, I want to make the editing process a little less tedious. Especially because I've been recording a lot of stuff in the last couple of days to, you know, get back into the swing of things, and it means that I'm going to end up with a big pile of editing by the end of the week. And that could take me... Hello? I didn't hear what that was. Well, that's creepy. Just cut into me standing around for too long. Anyway, that'll do it for this episode of Fatal Frame. Thank you for joining me. I've been Shadefyre, and I'm definitely enjoying returning to a game like this. It's been a while since I played like a classic horror game, because I have avoided playing any of the ones I was interested in but haven't played yet until I got back into recording. But yeah, I've also got some other Ghost-related games on both the PS1 and PS2 that I might do first impressions on alongside this, just because, you know, it's thematically tied to the 2 ghostly phenomenon games we are playing right now, Fear and Fatal Frame. But who knows? Thank you all for joining me. See you next time. Take care, everyone.